Alright, y'all. So we're here now. Obviously, this is an older project. This came out last year. But obviously, we've heard a lot of good things about this album, right? But there's been a growing amount of Doechii hate, you know what I'm saying? A lot of this comes from, a majority of it comes from the whole red carpet umbrella situation, which a lot of that is warranted. Like, I just feel like respect is very common, and everybody deserves basic common respect, you know? So that situation kind of turned me away from her a little bit. But even before that, she's been getting a lot of hate, and she's been getting a lot of, like, industry plant allegations, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of wherever I see her. Wherever I see Doechii, it's either with, like, a negative, like, connotation attached or some push to her, you know what I'm saying? It feels like she's being forced in our face. She was on that remix with Playboi Carti and The Weeknd, which felt like made no sense. That Anxiety song was, like, all over the place, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't a fan of, I like the original, and me not liking the song didn't make me feel any type of way about her specifically, but it was just the fact that she felt like she'd be pushed down my throat, you know what I'm saying? And so it got to a point where I told myself, like, okay, then she won the Grammy, then she's doing this, then she's doing that. Like, it felt like there was a very strong push around her. I was like, alright, bro, I'm not gonna be one of the people who walk on the hate wave. Like, it did get to a point where I was getting annoyed to see her around and all this other stuff, but it gets to a point where, like, you know, as an individual, you just can't be a sheep and you gotta be able to, like, you know, come up with your own conclusions and make your own decisions, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, alright, bro, I've never actually listened to her music outside of, like, Anxiety, which again felt like it was forced on my throat. And then that remix was just, I did not mess with that remix at all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, I'm having all these, like, hateful, annoyed emotions or whatever, and I'm like, bro, I haven't even really given you a chance for real. So that's what we're doing today, man. We're gonna listen to Doechii. I ain't gonna lie, I got me a little snack, and yeah, man, we're gonna peep what Doechii got going on while I snack on this little thing here. You feel me? Let's get it. Let's go. Okay. So first song, like I said, y'all, I never really listened to Doechii aside from Anxiety and that remix, which kind of surprises me. Like the fact that she got a Grammy and I don't recognize any of these songs. And now that the river sounds familiar, maybe when it plays, I'll sound like I'll remember it. But like reading these titles, are like I'm not familiar with any of her music, so I'm very surprised. However, that being said, listening to this first song, it just like it felt like she was trying to say something, but I didn't catch it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them ones who won't catch everything off first listen. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give me a little bit more, you know. And that just kind of reminded me who she signed to. Like she signed to TDE, she got a Kendrick like co-sign. So it's like knowing that, I just feel like I gotta turn on my brain, which sometimes I don't really like to do when I'm listening to music. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I like to just like listen to vibe. But you know what I'm saying? Here we are. Let's turn that brain on and start locking. That's it. I ain't gonna lie, we know there's one more song, but I'm not gonna put myself to it. You know what I'm saying? I know what that song is. I'm not a fan. We don't need to know that today. But that was Alligator Bites Never Heal. I wanna look up something here. Okay. So I'm looking here. Because I listened to this album, and I think that the album is nice, right? I think it's nice, I think it's alright, and there's a lot there. But I don't think it's Grammy worthy, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to see which albums it beat out. And it says it beat Eminem, Future, Metro Boomin, J. Cole, Common, and Pete Rock. I'm surprised, man. I'm surprised. I don't know if this is Grammy worthy, you feel me? But going back here, like, again, you can tell that Doechii's talented. Like, you can hear the artistry, you can hear the intention, you can hear that she studied the game, and she can really rap for it. Like, you could not take that away from her. And I've seen clips of her shows and shit like that. You can tell she's an amazing performer as well. My thing is, though, I've never been a fan of, like, the multiple personality type rapper, you know what I'm saying? I don't like it when Kendrick starts doing this different type of voice, or when Nicki does her different type of voice, all that kind of shit. And she seems like she had a lot of that, so it's like, I wasn't a huge fan of that shit, but again, I can still see the talent in it, and I can still see, like, the fact that this shit was not easy, you know what I'm saying? So, the real question that we wanted to answer was whether or not the Doechii hate was valid. First of all, let's rate this album. I'm putting this one somewhere between, like, a 5 and a 6, or really like a 5.5, to be honest. But in terms of, like, whether or not the hate was valid, I ain't gonna lie, I might have to say yes, man. And, like, I would hate to be, like, somebody who's, like, co-signing hating on someone, but the thing is, I don't hate on her, but I just hate the amount of force feeding they're doing, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I listen to this album, and, like, sure, there's a couple songs that stand out, but, like, Grammy, bro, having her all over my timeline, bro, like, let's not do this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, let us discover her organically. Let us find her. You know, that's another argument that I heard recently where it's like, you don't see your average person, you know, co-signing, whatchamacallit, Doechii, right? You don't just hear about her by your everyday Joe, right? It's always some big corporation shoving her down your throat, on your timeline, this, that, third, and then it almost makes you not want to listen to her because it feels like you're being forced to, you know what I'm saying? So, I feel like the hate around all of that is definitely deserved. Like, how did you end up on a song with Playboi Carti and The Weeknd, bro? Like, that's insane. But, anyways, that's kind of all I had on that.